What is the glycemic index? Glycemic index is a way of measuring how quickly a carbohydrate converts to sugar in our body and appears in the bloodstream. Glycemic index is measured on a scale from 1 to 100. GI levels below 55 are considered to be low, indicating that the particular carbohydrate is great for keeping the blood sugar stable. Medium glycemic index ranges from 55 to 70. Carbohydrates in this range are moderately desirable. High GI carbohydrates have glycemic index over 70 and spike the blood sugar very fast. Glucose has the highest glycemic index of 100, which means it spikes the blood sugar instantly. What happens when I eat a high GI meal? As soon as you eat a high GI food, your blood sugar rises rapidly. In response to that, your body declares a state of emergency and starts producing insulin, the fat-storing hormone, in order to eliminate the blood sugar from the bloodstream. Insulin pumps the blood sugar into fat cells. If there are not enough fat cells available, the body will make some more of them. As your body works hard trying to lower the spike in the blood sugar caused by a high GI meal, it often overproduces the amount of insulin and causes a drop in the blood sugar. You just had a high blood sugar level, but before you know it, the blood sugar plummets and you become hungry again. Now you are on a lookout for your next meal, and most likely you will choose another high GI meal. And the process begins again. Which foods are blood sugar enemies or high GI? They are processed foods, most types of potatoes, white bread, white pasta, most types of rice, cakes and donuts, sugary foods and candy, fruit juices. Aren't these the foods that are consumed several times a day by most people? No wonder that obesity and diabetes have reached such enormous proportions in today's world. But the good news is that there are so many low and medium glycemic foods out there that you won't feel deprived in any way. Glycemic index vs. glycemic load. Glycemic index can be confusing at times because it doesn't reflect the amount of actual carbohydrate in a particular food. To help clarify this confusion, another index of the blood glucose-raising potential of carbohydrate-containing foods has been developed. It's called the glycemic load. Glycemic load helps us understand why some fruits with a high glycemic index are still good for us and won't spike out blood sugar. For example, a watermelon with a glycemic index of 72 and a cantaloupe with the glycemic index of 65 have a low glycemic load of 4. On the other hand, fruit juices spike blood sugar despite the fact that they might have the same glycemic index as the fruit they are made of. For example, fresh apple and apple juice have the same glycemic index of 40. But fresh apple has a glycemic load of 6 and apple juice has a glycemic load of 12, which means that apple juice will have twice the metabolic effect of an apple. Both glycemic index and glycemic load are important principles to understand if you want to learn how to keep your blood sugar stable throughout the day or are interested to know how low glycemic eating can help you maintain a healthy diet, lifestyle. Why choose low glycemic eating? There are 3 main reasons to choose a low glycemic way of eating. To manage symptoms. Low glycemic diet may be recommended to help manage symptoms of diseases or conditions related to blood sugar, for example, type 2 diabetes or polycystic ovarian syndrome. To help with weight loss. The low glycemic way of eating is often used to help with weight loss. If the weight gain was caused by a medical issue, it's also very important to consult a qualified nutrition consultant. Those who follow a low glycemic diet in order to lose weight might be able to incorporate into their diet medium glycemic foods or foods that have a high GI but low GL, such as fruits, starchy vegetables, and root vegetables, as well as beans, pasta, and whole grains. It's also important to take into consideration personal tolerance of these foods. To help maintain a healthy lifestyle. Understanding low glycemic eating principles may also be helpful for those who just want to eat a healthy diet. Low glycemic foods are mostly whole foods that we generally don't eat enough of, so keeping in mind low glycemic eating approach when planning family meals is a great way to stay on track with healthy eating. Medium glycemic whole foods, as well as foods that have a high GI and low GL, such as fruits, starchy vegetables, and root vegetables, as well as beans, pasta, and whole grains, also make great healthy choices. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.